Jesus and the breaking of the bread. Generosity means sharing to others what we have. Objectives, doctrine, to emphasize that Jesus is truly present in the Holy Eucharist. Morals, to follow Jesus' example, to share in breaking of the bread and wine. Worship, to compose a prayer to thank Jesus for teaching us how to be loving and generous to others as to share. Do this in memory of me. Luke chapter 22, verse 19. Let us pray. How can I repay the Lord for all the good He has done to me? I will raise the cup of salvation and call on the name of the Lord. I will pay the vows to the Lord in the presence of all His people. Psalm chapter 116, verses 12 to 14. In the Holy Mass, Jesus once more comes to us in the form of bread and wine. Jesus wants to always be with us because He loves us. However, we must be prepared to receive Him. We must keep ourselves clean physically and spiritually. A reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 22, verses 16 to 20. The Last Supper, a special meal. On the night before Jesus died, He gathered all of His friends in a room to eat and celebrate the special Passover meal. He took the bread and gave it to His apostles and said, "Take this bread, all of you, and eat it. This is my body which will be given up for you." When supper has ended, Jesus took the cup filled with wine. Again, He gave thanks and praised God. His Father in heaven gave the cup to His apostles and said, "Take this, all of you, and drink from it. This is the cup of my blood, which will be poured out for many people, so their sins may be forgiven." Then all the apostles took a sip from the cup. Jesus then lovingly said to all of them, "Do this in memory of me." Breaking of bread is very symbolic to the disciples, even to us today. It reminds us for Jesus' sacrifice for us and the call to do the same for others. What is the meaning of bread of life? Bread of life means bread for our soul. It focuses on nourishing our prayer life. It is a spiritual food that we need. In the Old Testament, God provided manna for the Israelites. The manna nourished the Israelites physically. In the New Testament, Jesus Christ is the bread of life. And Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life. He who comes to me shall never hunger, and he who believes in me shall never thirst. John chapter 6, verse 35. Jesus Christ is the bread of life in the form of body of Christ. Every time we receive and eat the body of Christ during communion, we encounter the real presence of Christ. The church tells us that Jesus is really with us. He is truly present in our lives every day. Because of His great love for us, He always wants to be close to us. He wants us to know that He is near us and He will never leave us. Jesus calls us to share our life like what He did in the breaking of the bread. He calls us to give importance to the bread of life and encourage us to do the same. Jesus loves all of us unconditionally. Jesus is still very much present in our lives today whenever we receive His body and blood in the form of the bread and wine in the holy sacrifice of the Mass. Jesus showed us the real way of loving. He was willing to give His life that we may be saved and have everlasting life in heaven. What can we do in return? As children of God, you can also follow Jesus' example of sharing Himself to others. If you give and share food to a classmate who left his or her lunchbox, if you help a friend who is having a difficult time understanding the lesson in class, you give yourself to others by giving your time and talent. Helping others is a sign that we are truly God's children. It is a sign that we know how to follow the examples of Jesus Christ. Can you give examples of how we can show others that we are really God's children? Very good. Class, kindly get your CL book and do the following. Answer pages 220 to 221, understanding fully A and B. And read the story on pages 222 up to 223. Sajid Bulik. Thank you for listening. You may now proceed to your task. Goodbye.